They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Illinois Fighting Illini, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it, and the ball's free deep in his own territory. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Ready to fire from the pistol. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that second down.
Touchdown, Spartans! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Illinois' offense will take the field for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go and be the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes. And guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Looking to pass. It's Gray. Pulls it in. It's Gage. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the marker. Across the 25, he's got room. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Illinois. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Fowler. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They'll give it to him again. Powers through the defender. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that does. That reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Off the play fake. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds a man on the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
The Spartans trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Sparty.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. Illinois can be aggressive here on second and short. Wants to throw. It's Gray. Quickly to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Fast completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass in the next snap.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, Who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decibel meter on third down. Here's a heat. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size. I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henry. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Now they'll run the draw. Find some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be third and long. Looking for a man. It's James. Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Man, these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to...
He lost one down the sideline. Makes the catch at the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit.
Touchdown, Michigan State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Gives it on the option. Breaks the tackle. On the move at the 30. There he goes to the right. The 30. The 20. Touchdown to Illini. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Henry. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Working that left side now. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can...
Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll give it to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He's in open space downfield. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Collier. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
They're setting up the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Off play action. Looking for the score. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down the run of play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking downfield, it's Gray. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. How about that Mike linebacker bringing the heat right up the middle?
Right down Broadway, right in the middle of the defense. This is the guy that sees everything, makes all the calls, and you could tell he knew where he was coming downhill.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Yes, the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the handoff. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The Spartans decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Gray. He's going to throw deep right side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in East Lansing.
Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you are, and so you can get a lot of the fans going, go.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Has to uncork this one off his back foot. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nice move, creates some space. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Back to pass, it's Gray. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Little. Turning it on. The 10. Touchdown, Illinois. And that one will give him the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Coming out with it, it's Henry. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. The give on the option. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
That is such a great play by that defender, and how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Rides the back on the option to give. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
To the air, it's Gray. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He breaks a tackle. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And not much running room. He had to break a tackle and still break another tackle to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not good blocking on the play.
But that's what coaches always emphasize, too. Never assume a teammate's going to make the tackle. You run to the ball. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Wide open, he makes the catch. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Henry. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. The give is to Williams. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Illini! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Under fire. Got it set up on the outside. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Michigan State, 21.
As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking for a man, it's James. Quarterback adapted. And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pressure coming. Makes a grab past the marker. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Spartans come to the line in a hurry-up.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Grabbed in the middle, it's Collier. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Pushes ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Trying to pound it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial. The Sneak scores it.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And they tacked on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And When you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Unloads to the right. He's got it. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great...
There he goes! Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Gray. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. There is no doubt. At this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further. He'll bring it out. It's Fowler. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys are quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
And the Spartans lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's James. Makes the catch, it's Harris. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down. Quarterback may change this route. Just keeps slinging it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Collier. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that is another first
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Spartans! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Gray. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Oh, he's going to take a chance from his own goal line. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Going right to work up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot.
Makes the catch on the right side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Spartans moving quickly to the line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
timeout, Michigan State.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal.